As storytellers, we believe it is imperative for us to study the art of storytelling. And today we are going to be talking about one of the things that we always have to deal with, exposition. Every storyteller, from Homer to Nolan, has to figure out how we are going to tell the audience the stuff we don't have the time to show them. In this video, we are going to be discussing the best way to do this, using exposition as ammunition. But before we do, we're going to tell you to hit that subscribe button and like this video, and now to the rest of the video. Exposition is a term that names the fictional facts of setting, history, and character that readers and audiences need to absorb at some point so they can follow the story and involve themselves in its outcome. When you're writing descriptions, you are giving your audience the visual exposition of your story. When you write, "We walk into a library," you're letting us know the place, the mood, and even the people populating that place. For we all know what a library looks and feels like, and we all know the inquisitive minds that frequent that establishment.
In this case, it's the literal truth. We are on holy ground. These columns over here were brought back as spoils of war.
But our dialogue can do the same thing. And when we're writing for the screen, this is a necessity, because we only have 2 hours of our audience's attention. So we can't just go into a chapter-long flashback and tell them why a particular item is important to our protagonist. Virtually anything expressed in images or explained in narration can be implied in dialogue. So one of the integral functions of dialogue is to pass exposition to the eavesdropping audience. Pacing and timing are 2 of the most important things to remember when you're dealing out exposition in your writing. Too much too early is bad. Too little too late, people won't know what's happening. Therefore, you must pace and time your exposition with care and skill. To keep interest moving, good writers spread out exposition, detail by detail, passing on only what the audience needs to know when they need to know it, not a moment before. Show versus tell. This is an idea that's been going around as long as people have been writing down how to tell a story. To show means to present a scene in an authentic setting populated with believable characters struggling toward their desires, taking true to the moment actions while speaking plausible dialogue. And to tell means to force characters to halt their pursuits and talk instead and at length about their life histories or their thoughts and feelings or their loves and hates, past and present, for no reason intrinsic to the scene or its characters. The reason we loathe telling is because it erases subtext. In Casablanca, the storytellers didn't put the flashback at the beginning of the film and then have a time jump. Instead, they made you care about the relationship between Rick and Ilsa and gave us a reason to ask about their past. Then and only then do they show you what happened. This is the approach we need to use in our writing. Make your audience care about the exposition by letting your characters use it as ammunition against each other. Another reason to show is that showing speeds involvement and pace. Telling discourages curiosity and slows pace. Showing treats readers and audiences like adults, encouraging them to open their emotions to the writer's vision, to look at the heart of what's going on and what could happen in the rest of the story. This allows your story to move forward without leaving the audience behind. Of course, you want to be ahead of the audience, but you never want them to ask, "What just happened?"
They told me you control metal.
Hey.
You know, my mom once knew a guy who could do that.
You never want your character to walk into a room and ask their friend how long it's been since they've seen each other. Instead, give one of them a reason to reminisce about something they went through when they were younger. By replacing a line like, "20 years and you still look the same," with something like, "I hated you as a kid. I never thought I'd be doing a job with you." The second line gives the same information, while also furthering the story and creating some tension between the 2 characters. Now we know that they've known each other for a long time, character A doesn't like character B, and they're doing a job of some kind. All of this makes that exposition work and further the story at the same time.
What do you want?
Your ex-wife is here. Do you want to see her?
Well, hello, Hildy.
We will always have information that we need to get to the audience. And the difference between poor and great writing is in how we communicate that information. By thinking of your exposition as ammunition that a character needs to use, you free yourself to create better dialogue that will further your story without making your audience roll their eyes. Use this the next time you're writing and watch as it helps you get information across to the audience more effectively. And as always, keep writing.